Hello guys and gals and my fellow VEDS-ies. Welcome to day 8 of VEDS 2017. Continuing once again, though kind of reaching the end at this point of the Disney Afternoon Week, today, as I had mentioned yesterday, we are playing the sequel, and hopefully finishing the sequel, I should say, to Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers 1, Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers 2, released in 1994 for the NES. So with all that said, let's start this. Alright guys, so here we are with Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers 2, once again released in 1994. Now this actually reminds me a lot of, if any of you have seen the 1966 Adam West Batman movie, that kind of opening with the brick wall and the spotlight. So, yeah, there we have our title characters, and like I had mentioned yesterday, because this is a co-op game, one of the few co-op games that was released around this time, it is 2 players, but since I am obviously just myself, we are going to be sticking with just 1 player. And since I played Dale yesterday, I think it's only fair to play Chip this go-around. So apparently we have an opening cutscene. Okay, a fat cat blimp. Oh, is that like a... What is that, the Emerald City? Newscaster. Special bulletin. Police say a downtown restaurant has received a bomb threat. Damn, son. Unless the time bomb can be found, the restaurant could be destroyed. Well, yes, that is kind of what would happen. Chip says, "Whoa, a time bomb." Gadget, Chip, what is it? There's a time bomb in a restaurant downtown. We've got to find it. This is an emergency. There's no time to waste. Let's go, mates. Okay. We've got a bomb to find. Okay, there's one of the other guys. We'll go ahead to investigate. I'm assuming Gadget and Monterey. Look for us and we'll give you any clues we found. Or give you some help. So yeah, basically what he did in the last game. Never would have made it through the Battle of the Bree without a bit of help. Ah, those were the days. And there's Zipper, who apparently speaks in Morse code. I'd actually be interested to know if that is actually Morse code. Right, Zipper, there's no time to lose. Dale, you come with me. Now? But I was about to start my afternoon nap. Aren't we all, Dale? Aren't we all? No can do, Dale. Okay, partner, let's go. Wow, he gave up the fact of having to take a nap very quickly. Rescue Rangers away. And the newscaster. Also in the news, Fat Cat, the notorious feline felon, escaped from... Okay, so that was obviously what that first scene was. It was him escaping from prison, though why the prison looks like the Emerald City from The Wizard of Oz, I really don't know. I haven't seen this show in a while, but, like, was he mentioned that much by the humans? I always, from what I can remember, I thought he was like he was more like an enemy of the animal world. So, yeah, like the last game, you can throw boxes, you can hide under boxes. I think something that's different, though, and I'm just noticing this now, is there are no flower cards, which... since recording yesterday, I have found out that when you collect those flower cards, if you collect enough of them, that's what spawns the 1-up. Oh, another cutscene. A lot of cutscenes in this so far. Alright, spill it. Who set the time bomb? Water Rabbit. Good name. Fat Cat asked me to create a diversion, and it worked. No way! Fat Cat's in prison! Not anymore. He broke out last night. Okay, Water Rabbit, should you really be saying this? He's planning to steal the urn of the Pharaoh, and he probably has it already. Dude, you really shouldn't be saying. You are a very bad villain. So where's the bomb? Oh my, are you really gonna tell him where the bomb is? Find it yourself. Okay, that you won't divulge, but you will divulge everything else. Which, quite frankly, I don't know why they would need to do that. I mean, yes, the audience, and of course I want to talk about this in a boss fight. That was bad. So this is, I gotta deal with the water. I'm assuming I just hit him with the box. Yep, just hit him with the box. Like, I'll give it this. This has a lot more going on than... Can I get that to drop on him? Haha. Take that. Ooh, he got him to hit it again. Although that's like 3 hits. Unless if it drops on him from the game itself, unless that doesn't count. Ah, that almost had him. This boss battle has a lot more going on to it, visually. And gameplay-wise, for that matter. It's not just, grab the ball in the center of the room and aim it up 3 times. Because that did kind of get repetitive after a while. Alright, so we collected 64 of those Rescue Rangers tokens. Let's see if it gets us anything. Oh, it did. It actually did. I'm assuming that's a continue, I'm assuming? And oh my god, there's a bonus game? Oh. Okay, then. Another cutscene. Gadget, have you found the bomb? Look, it has blue and red wires coming from it. We have to cut one. Oh no, are we gonna be doing this thing? Do we get to choose which wire to cut, the red or the blue wire? But what happens if we cut the wrong one? I don't think you want to find out. Or Gadget could just be blunt about it. Yeah, uh-oh, yeah. Which one should I cut? Oh, do we actually get to make a choice? Red or blue? Well, typically you cut the red wire, so... Not the blue one, yeah, you would cut the red one, usually. Yes. Well, not really, but hopefully. Okay, here goes. Hopefully I picked right. Just kidding, we cut... Okay, Gadget, if you were kidding, fine, just say boom. How did you make the flash happen? So, like yesterday, I'm going to try to pepper in some trivia about both the show and the game that we were playing, some of which I actually didn't get to yesterday, surprisingly, when I was watching it back. Probably most shockingly is some of the origins of the look of the characters themselves, because the look of Chip and Dale, I kind of mentioned this yesterday, that they're not the naked chipmunks that they were in the early cartoons when they would be like torturing Donald Duck. But the look of them in the show was obviously based after Indiana Jones, because I said that yesterday because he gets his Indiana Jones fedora and the leather jacket. Though Dale, on the other end of the spectrum, was based after Magnum P.I., and that's why he wears the Hawaiian shirt. Coincidentally, both of these characters are associated with actor Tom Selleck, as he played Magnum P.I., and was actually under consideration during the production of Indiana Jones for that title role. So I'm assuming okay, so I can't really... Oh, do I get to continue? Hopefully I get to continue. Okay, I get 3 credits, so I have 3 continues. Or 4, I guess, if it counts 0. So, yeah, I guess I'll just continue on then. So, as I was alluding to before, the creator of the show, Tad Stone's original concept for the show did not actually include Chip and Dale. Rather, it was originally suggested to be a series based on The Rescuers, but Katzenberg, who was with Disney at the time, rejected it, as his work on the sequel, the theatrically released sequel, The Rescuers Down Under, was beginning in feature development. And the original pitch for the show was called Metro Mice, featuring a mouse character named Kit Colby, hope I'm saying that correctly, as the main protagonist, as well as an early version of Gadget and Monterey Jack, along with a chameleon, so I guess Zipper wasn't actually a part of it yet. But Katzenberg and Michael Eisner, who was the head of Disney at the time, wanted known Disney characters as the stars, and it was Eisner himself who actually suggested Chip and Dale, probably because they saw the success of DuckTales, which used the established characters of Scrooge and Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Donald, and saw how successful that was and wanted to try to emulate it. Alright, so gotta try and hit him with this, like that, and avoid him. Very nice. See, this is what I'm talking about when I was mentioning earlier how the bosses are not as, I don't want to say easy, but they're not as sort of, it's not as monotonous, because, yes, granted, you are hitting them with an object 3 times, but there's some variety to how you do it. At least there has been so far. Okay, 1 more hit? It's not the usual 3. Unless it is, and I just haven't been paying attention to how many times I've hit him. There we go. I don't think I collected enough tokens for another life. Yeah, I didn't. That's annoying. So while I'm just sort of making my way through here, another interesting tidbit that I actually neglected to mention yesterday is Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers marks the first prominent use of those characters in a very long time. In fact, they starred and co-starred in 23 animated shorts that Disney would produce back in the day, and their last being Chips Ahoy in 1956. So when Rescue Rangers premiered, that was their first, I guess you could say, appearance since in 33 years, which that is actually kind of awesome when you think about it. Alright, so just make our way up here. Apparently, while I was talking there, I found a secret, which I wouldn't even say that was a secret, because essentially he just refilled my health, but I don't think I was missing any health, so I don't know what he was necessarily refilling. It'd be nice if it added on, like if like he would give you like an extra heart, I guess is what I'm saying. Which, yeah, extra heart would be nice. I would also say too that, like, kind of like DuckTales 2, I think there is a little bit more variety to the locations in this one, and at least the location's color palette. There's another weasel from Roger Rabbit, although I guess this one's a pirate, I guess. Again, I do not remember if weasels were a thing in the show, especially, or at the very least, these kinds of weasels. Although I will say, I don't know what kind of ship this is, but damn, son, this is a pretty tall corridor. Come on, dude, you know you want to come up here. Like, there we go. And another stage, it is clear. So I guess we're going into that warehouse. Yeah, and I call bullshit on the size of that ship, by the way. I know artistic liberties, but I call bullshit. So we got 3 minutes, I guess, to make our way through the level. Which, I don't think they did this in the first one, at least not in the playthrough that I did. So again, there's a lot more variety to the levels in this. It's kind of funny that so far this week, the sequels to the original games I actually find I like better. Oh no! It's the penguin from The Pebble and the Penguin. Shout out to anyone who actually understands that reference. I want to say that was the one voiced by Martin Short, but I could be wrong. Another cutscene. This game's filled with a lot more cutscenes. Crikey, there's ghosts everywhere. Wait, that... Okay, this might be a low-hanging fruit, but that ghost looks like sperm. Low-hanging fruit, I'm sorry, that's what it looks like. Okay. So far this week, we have encountered Haunted Mansion-esque levels, whether it would be Transylvania in DuckTales 1 or Scotland in DuckTales 2. Almost forgot what it was called. But I think this takes the cake. This is a Haunted Mansion level unlike no other. It even has the purple, which purple is used a lot in distinction with the Haunted Mansion. Just jump over the Killer Lumieres. I want to say even the design of that door, as Young Frankenstein put it, what knockers, is very Haunted Mansion-esque, or it is the one from the Haunted Mansion. I don't entirely remember. It would be very cool if these paintings were... Yeah, this is straight out of the Haunted Mansion, where lightning strikes, or I guess in this case the lights go out and it reveals a different kind of painting, like the dead version of the painting. Ghost dog. Again, I have no idea, so I guess it stops that ghost. I have no idea how a box stops a ghost, but again, that is a cool design for a ghost. I gotta hand it to whoever designed that thing. That is a beast. That was a little bit too high. I can accept that. That was a fuck up on my end. That's, yeah. I think I have another continue. Yeah, okay, I have another continue. Let's go back in there. I guess while I sort of trek my way back through here again, I can start to go into some trivia and I guess history of the game that we are playing. So, as I have said before, Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers 2, otherwise known in some territories, I guess, as Chip 'n Dale's Mission 2, is it's a platformer, obviously. So it was released in December of 1993 in Japan and the following month in the United States. It is obviously based on the show of the same name and is a sequel to the 1990 game. Upon release, it received mostly positive reviews. Electronic Gaming Monthly back then commented that for an 8-bit platform, Rescue Rangers comes off rather well, and if anything, makes you wish for a 16-bit version, because this is, again, relatively close to the end of the NES's lifespan. And like I said in DuckTales 2, you really do feel like Capcom, when they made these sequels, knew how to get as much, for lack of a better term, I guess you could say, bang for your buck, and knew sort of how to utilize the hardware to the best of its ability. I'm gonna guess one more hit, possibly two. I was almost going to throw it at the other end, but I was concerned that it wouldn't work. Thankfully, I didn't need to, because the stage is clear. And I think we have enough now for an extra thingy. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I'm assuming the building on the left we gotta go into, the building on the right we gotta go into, and the clock tower, I guess. The Big Ben, I guess, is where the three keys are. Yep, Clock Tower, Western World, and Future World. So the Clock Tower seems like it would be a finishing level, and I want to go to the Old West first, just to do it in sort of a timeline order. Yeah, I'm sure, Monterey. Alright, so we're going to Western World. See, I'm thinking it's like a combination of the Davy Crockett theme and whatever song the Family Guy song A Bag of Weed is based after. I want to say it's from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It sounds like if you mixed those two. Minecart? Okay. I guess we're going Donkey Kong Country now. Okay, so in Western World, we have a magician cat. Okay. I don't entirely see the connection. This is a lot longer than the other games I've played this week, or at least it feels a lot longer. I hope it's not too long, because the parts this week so far have been generally about, like, I don't know, 35 to 45 minutes. And I think even that's kind of pushing it. If this is any longer than that, I'm going to have to probably cut some parts out. Which I don't want to do, but if it makes the video a little bit tighter, then I'm all for it. That was a bit too close for now you're getting a bit too close for comfort, cat. There you go. Another stage clear. So 1 out of the 3 realms, I guess you could say, has been conquered. They call it Future World. That just makes me think of Epcot. But as far as I know, this isn't, like, overtly a Disney park. Because, yeah, Western World, that's kind of Frontierland, but I guess you could say Future World is Tomorrowland. But then that kind of leaves the clock tower to be, kind of, the odd man out. Unless, I guess, you're counting Disneyland, where in Fantasyland it does kind of have a clock tower, kinda, sorta. Okay, let's see what this boss is. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, okay. So that's how you defeat him. I gotta wait for him to charge at me. And then throw it. Well, I died, but maybe it has to be as he's charging me. So this probably means I'm down. Yeah, I'm down to my last continue. Well, this is not looking good for potentially finishing the game. Which, I guess, what I was getting into as we were entering that level there is, the goal is to at least get to the final boss, not necessarily beat it, but, at least, get to it, because that's something we couldn't do. And I still stand by that. I do not know how they expect, people to get through that part in that factory. Or, I guess, his lair. Because that seemed way too difficult. And yes, there, at least for the collection anyway, there are rewind buttons that you can, I want to say you can rewind up to a minute to sort of correct a mistake. Though, for the purpose of this week, I have been avoiding using that because I want to play these as authentic as possible. Alright, come on, just charge. There you go. And you're waving the white flag, as you should. We've got 2 keys, so the only other place we have left to go, it would seem, is the clock tower. Alright, so we're at the boss now, which is... Okay, the sizes in these games do not make any sense, because... I don't know, man. I don't know. That ostrich seems incredibly small next to a chip. Especially when Fat Cat is supposedly huge. That was really close. And that's another stage clear. Oh wow, okay, that was actually very lucky that I got the 2-1 up. Oh my god, just look at this place. This is what I was talking about earlier, how DuckTales 2 and this really, because they came at the end of the life cycle of the NES, it really looks like Capcom was squeezing as much graphical juice as possible. They weren't just sort of, that was close, they weren't just, for lack of a better term, I guess, phoning it in. This looks like something straight out of Mega Man. Like, I wonder if anybody's actually done that, just, like, replace... Damn it. Damn it. Can I get across? Very good. If somebody's just replaced, like, the chip sprite with Mega Man. This looks like something you'd see on, like, a Nickelodeon game show, too. Like, what was that one that was based after, like... not Nick Arcade. Figure It Out. If you look at any screenshots of Figure It Out, Especially that backdrop, the purple backdrop. It looks very similar. Come on, so close. Nice. D. A. Okay, so these guys are just gonna smack it back at me. It's not even worth trying to defeat them. Is this spelling danger? Yep, this is spelling danger. Very, very cute game developers. Very, very cute. That is a beast of a robot. I gotta hand it to Fat Cat. That is a very intimidating looking robot. And is that a tie? Is that a tie on that robot? That is a very dapper looking robot if that's the case. Oh, brother. Okay, I'm just gonna be blunt with you guys. If I lose this fight, I will be satisfied because, at the very least, we actually saw Fat Cat this time, which I really can't. I can't say the same for yesterday. All right, let's see if we can try this again. Okay, that worked, but his hand got. Oh my god. It's not bad enough that I have to defeat him by throwing a time bomb that can damage me, but I also have to deal with his hand, any sparks that he tosses out. So you know what? Chip's just gonna be my Peter Quill, the one who, you know what? This might be his last day on Earth, but he's gonna do a dance break. Too bad I can't defeat Fat Cat by doing a dance-off in a similar manner. Because that would be fun. This would be probably a lot easier if I didn't get just 3 hits, like 3 hearts. Basically, he can only hit me 3 times and then I'm out. But I didn't see any way to get more. It's not like in, game over. Well, that was kind of an anticlimactic ending to our little adventure here. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I think this episode's probably, once again, going to be called The Creator Fails, but hopefully tomorrow we will correct course, as it were, when we play Darkwing Duck, or Tailspin. I haven't entirely decided upon that yet. You'll know by tomorrow, obviously, but not entirely sure which one I'm going to be playing next. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it fun and funny. And until tomorrow, guys, gals, and my fellow VEDS-ies, I will see you tomorrow.